will discuss about examples using these events. So, what are the key points to remember for interviews? I hope you all people got them. In interviews, events related concepts mostly event handler, event listener, event arguments, event default arguments and custom, event loop, event propagation, and prevent default. Remember all this? What is event loop? Event loop is executing the tasks in a priority order. What is that priority? Normal, micro, and macro. Macro. How micro are created? Micro tasks are created using promise. Promise. Macro tasks are created using set timeout. Other functions are called as normal. If I created any function as async function, then it comes under which category? Micro. Async functions promises both are same. It comes under the category of micro. Right. Now, after understanding this, yesterday I showed you two-way binding. Two-way binding can be handled only using one event on change the event. Now we will see some examples with different events. How we use in real world scenario these examples. So first, for understanding the events, we discussed a point that all events are derived from synthetic events. Synthetic events is the base for all events. Am I right? Right. Now today we will see these synthetic events. They are some events, almost all events same, some events name change. And to work with examples on events, before going to events, you must know style and class binding, which already I explained. Class binding means dynamically we can apply one CSS class. Am I right? That means how do we generally bind the classes? We bind the classes using class name. To connect any dynamic value, I showed you backticks. Na? Backtick, JavaScript binding expression, we have to use them. Style binding also I told you how to write the styles by using style, and every style is defined like a object. Every style property is written in a camel case. I given all the note because for designing examples, those two are important to remember. So today we will see category wise different events. So in React synthetic events, synthetic events, one by one different categories of events we will see. First, we have mouse events. In the mouse events, on mouse over, on mouse out, on mouse down, on mouse up, and on mouse move. These are important events. Mouse related important events, we have mouse over, mouse out, down, up, and move. We can use these events in JavaScript also for designing different. Mouse over, mouse out indicates what action should perform when mouse is over. Mouse down, mouse up indicates what should happen when I hold down the button. And mouse move indicates when we are moving the mouse pointer. That is mouse move. Let's see in reality where we use them. For example, let's see one example of, let's go to this, suppose Flipkart. In Flipkarts, we have some mobiles related data. And you see in the mobile details, so left side, we have thumbnails of photos of the mobiles. And you see when I move the mouse onto it, then the preview will come here. Am I right? That means this preview is displayed right side when mouse is over. So it is not waiting until you click. It is just mouse over, get that photo and show it. Let's design this how it works. For that, we need some images here. I will copy some images. So I have these documents here. In my application, means in my some project folder, I already have some images. I will copy those images. M1, M2, M3, M4. I have 4 images. I copied them. Go to our project location and we need to keep everything in the public folder. React, where is it? That's one, right? Okay, now here I will add that library into public. So in that already it is there. Already we copied. These are M1. These are movie related. I will copy another images. So keep both. So this is, I will rename them as mobile one. Okay. I will rename as mobile one. So this is mobile one, mobile one. This is mobile two, because already by M1, M2 we have names, and mobile 3, 4. Okay, we have 4 images. Now we want these images. They are, let's take the type, they are PNG. They are PNG, mobile 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go to our project. In the public folder, I will add a new JSON file, mobiles.json. It's mobile JSON array of objects. It is having image is a key. Okay, in that we have mobile 1.png. Okay, let's copy. We have few images, mobile 2 PNG, 3 and 4. So we have 4 images here. We have 4 images. Okay, now I will create another component. Let's add a component by name mouse demo dot mouse demo mouse demo.jsx. Export function mouse demo. And in this, in the output, what I want is container fluid. In the output, I will keep a div. It will have a class row, margin top 4, So padding is 3. In that we have left side column 1, 2 columns I will give, and right side I will give column 10 out of 12 we need to share. Now I will keep this in the startup. We will start with which one? Mouse demo. Okay, now we are having mouse demo. Here we are expecting a constant, that is mobiles. Set mobiles is equal to use state. It is an array of object. It is having an image which is null. Okay. Now we will use so function load mobiles, and use effect at the time of mounting we should load. So at the time of mounting we should load mobiles. That function we will call. How to load mobiles? To load mobiles we are using. So what is it? Axios, huh? Axios dot get. It is mobiles dot what? JSON. Okay. Dot then. So when it is successful, get the response and put response data into set mobiles. Response dot data. Okay. These mobiles here must be displayed left side small thumbnail. Then I will use here mobiles dot map. Read every mobile. For every mobile, just add one div. And this div needs a key. Key I will give mobile dot image. And inside this, we will keep an image. That image source must be mobile image. Mobile dot image. Okay. And I will give here width is 100 and height also 100. And this div will have a class margin y4, some gap. Okay, this is the option for images we are giving this. Now actually this div width if I give it will be better. It's okay. Initially this div we can put a style. Style how much width? How much? 100 pixel. That is the width of div we are giving. We already learned how to write styles. Huh? So like an object we need to define. So you can see in the output, all the images must come. Let's run npm run dev. And it is loading all the images here. Huh? That is the images preview. Right? All images are in the left side. Now, right side panel, what we need to do in the right side panel, here we need to keep an image. This image is having some width as 400 pixel and a height as some 500 pixel. That's okay. Now this image source depends on the image source where mouse is present. Am I right? If my mouse is on first image, that image source should apply to image right side here. So this is actually preview image. Na? Right side we have a preview image. You can see right side I kept an image, and this is a preview image. I will create one more state variable, state reference. This is preview image. Set preview image is equal to use state. By default the preview image must be mobile1.png. By default, it should have mobile1.png. And you see this preview image, we have to keep as src here. Src is equal to what? Preview image. By default, the first image will come here. Now, what should happen when I move the mouse onto that image? That image preview should display here. So we need a event for that image. For left side, this image, we need a event mouse over. On mouse over, we will write a function. What is it? Handle mouse over. Remember, these function names doesn't matter. You can give any capital letter, small letter, doesn't matter. Capitalization matter only for component function. Inside function, lowercase, uppercase, anything you can give, but you should match the capitalization correctly. Okay, handle mouse over. On mouse over, we have to collect the image source through ena, and we should apply where? We should apply to set preview image. Set preview image will come from e dot target dot. This e target is referring to image now. This event will be attached to image. Image related properties we need to access. Which property we need to access? src. Then obviously it will be e dot target dot what? src. We apply that. And this should bind with this image. Left side, we have what? On mouse over. Mouse over. When mouse is over, handle mouse over. Okay. So when mouse is over this image, this current image source will be sent to the event. Na? It will be sent to the event. That event will set the preview image. Preview image is used right side. Am I right? That means when mouse is over, the image will change. So when mouse is over, the image is changing. But important is some more styling things you can do. When I move the mouse onto it, blue border should come. That's your CSS, na? Right? For example, what I will do is, so here, so I will keep this div. This div will have a class name called mobile container. Mobile container is a class name. Okay. How to write a CSS separately for this? We need to add one more file. What is it? mousedemo.css. Here we have to use mobile container. I told you that avoid using direct type selector. Na? Type selector means don't use div span directly here because it will affect all components, right? So mobile container, initially border should be 4 pixel solid gray color. And in mobile container, when mouse is over, border will be 4 pixel solid blue color. This is your CSS. When mouse is over, it will set a blue color. Another important, now this must be one more, I will change cursor. Cursor as grab. Grab means hand symbol will come. And this CSS must be used in our JSX file. So here we need to import. Import what? Dot slash mouse demo dot what? CSS. Mouse demo dot CSS we have to import. Now I will save this, and you see here the border will come. For image, width is not sufficient. So here width I will give some 100%. That will fit correctly. Okay. Now when mouse is over, then it will give a blue and it will display that. So we are using a combination of styling and our events. So when mouse is over, we can get the preview and display. In that website, you see when mouse is over the photo, they are zooming and showing that area. Na? That is plugin. That is an additional plugin you have to add to your app. So that is not logic. Logic you can write, no problem, but it will take one day. So it is time wasting. So we don't want all such time waste process. We have to just use some third party plugins. They support such zooms. We attach the plugin, it will work. At the end, I will tell you plugins. When we learn all these additional components, we will discuss about after components is completed, we will discuss how we can make it easy and fast using third party plugins, how we can do them. So initially, this is the example to show you a event called mouse over. How we can use mouse over. Mouse over, mouse out. Right? When you move the mouse over and mouse out, we can do different tasks. Okay. This is one example. I hope you are clear. So I will copy this example. First, few points you should know. What is the action about mouse over? Actions when mouse pointer is over element. So when mouse pointer moves out of element, when a user hold down mouse button on element, when button is released on element, move while moving mouse pointer. These are the actions. So, and mostly with mouse event properties we use. The popular properties used with mouse events. Generally, popular properties are client X, client Y. We use client X and client Y. There are so many properties, but mouse related major things are these two. It will get X axis position of mouse and Y axis position of mouse. So mouse over how actions are performed. So one example, I will give example here. In this example, we have mouse demo dot a first JSON file. Now. In public, you have to add one mobiles dot JSON. Photos you add. This is mobiles JSON. We keep the mobiles. Next, another is we have in components mouse demo, mouse demo dot css. I will add a css file, and in that css I given this code. One more is so that is JSX file, demo.jsx. In JSX, this is the file. Okay, this is the code. That's the JSX code. This is the complete example that I designed. This is to show the option, what is it? Mouse over. Am I right? Right. So similarly, you can try mouse out also. Mouse out means when it comes out, different effect, on over different effect you can apply, which you can try with mouse down and up now. Let's see another one with mouse down, mouse up. How we can use mouse down and mouse up. Let's see. So in the beginning, if you have seen, we will use some animations. I will add another component, and in the components I am adding mouse animation. Okay, mouse animation dot css file, mouse animation dot jsx. Okay, see, export function mouse animation, and return a simple container. I will use this as a class deflex, justify content center, align items center, style. I will keep height as 100 VH. 100 VH is screen height. Okay, now inside this, I will put here, if you remembered when you created your first app project in React and you run, you saw a React logo revolving. Yeah, how it is done, I will show you. We will go to assets. In that React logo is there. Let me copy this and we will put it in public. In public, I will put that. Oh, so it is some, I haven't copied that. Let me move this. Okay, fine. I don't want in assets. There is a React SVG file. SVG is scalar vector graphics. Okay, now I will put that image here. Image source src is uh, it is which one? React dot what? SVG. Okay, I will keep mouse animation in the startup. Mouse animation is in the startup. In the output, acha, in app they are using this React SVG, yeah? Because that is being used in another location also. So what I will do better, I will keep there also one copy. Huh? Fine. Because I moved, the problem came. I will put that here. Okay, this is the image we are having. I will resize this image. Initially mouse animation. Yeah. Width is suppose 100. Height is also 100. Okay, this is image width and height. That is the height. So here we are having style. What is it? So I given style as what? Height 100 VH. It is not affected. 500 pixel. Align items, huh? Yeah. 100 VH is okay, but here align item center. Okay. Now it will be center. Now what I want is I want this image. Yeah. What is the point is when I move the mouse onto image, so and hold down the button, it should start revolving. And when I release the button, it should stop. Or you can do so many things. First start revolving. You go to the mouse and hold down, then speed increase, release, again set to normal speed. Let's see how you will rotate any element in the page. You learned CSS now. So here I have to import mouse animation dot slash mouse animation dot css. How do we apply the effects? We have to write a keyframes. Keyframes and keyframe name is pin. That is the keyframe name. At from at 0 location, so it transform rotate as 0 degree, and 2 transform rotate as what? 360 degree. This is animation effect. Okay. Now what we have to do is we need to add this spin effect to our image. So I will put here in the mouse animation. Here we need to apply the class. I'm just using a class name. In the class name, I am applying just basic here. So what is the class? But this time it is not ordinary class. It is a keyframe. Generally, how keyframes are applied to any element, we will not use the class names actually. Here we will put a constant. So here we have to put a object, that is animation object. Animation object, set animation object. Okay. This animation object is using useState. In that, what animation object contains is this object. It is an object which contains animation name. Animation name. Okay. Animation name. What is the animation name? Animation name I will give as what? Spin. Next, animation duration. Animation duration is how much time it should take. Some slowly rotate, that means 3 seconds. Animation iteration count. This I will keep as infinite. Infinite times it should rotate. And animation timing function. Animation timing function I will give linear. That is the animation timing function. Now I need to apply this object, this style to our image. That means image will use a style. The style is coming from which object? Animation object. That means that animation object will have this. That means it is rotating. So we designed a keyframe with animation and we applied the keyframe to this. This is general CSS here. Now what we want, when user hits, hold down the button on that image, that speed should increase. Image rotation speed should increase, size increase, anything you can do. Let's do now. Here we need two events to perform. What are the two events? We have a function handle, handle mouse down. Okay. And another function handle mouse up. Okay. Handle mouse down, mouse up. On mouse down, what we want is we want to increase the speed of animation. Just only one thing we will do. So we have to change these effects. I will copy that object. We have to write, what is it? Set animation object. Set animation object will use the same, but it will change this to 500 ms milliseconds, less than 1 second. Okay. Now the same thing should happen on mouse up. It is same. How many seconds? 3 seconds. That is default now. Because currently we are just using JavaScript, our state references are not easily reusable. To make them reusable, you will see TypeScript, how to handle them. Right? TypeScript, generics and all, they will show. Let next level, we will learn about them. There we can make all these reusable. Right? How I will show. Now write this on the image. Image have two events. On mouse down, handle mouse down. On mouse up. So handle mouse up. So you have to handle mouse down, mouse up. Now when I move the mouse pointer onto this and hold down the button on this image, it will increase the speed. Release the button, it will slow down. That means until I hold down, it is rotating. I release, it will be normal. It depends on total how you given the animation. How you given the animation. Yes, you are telling him that it is rotating. Huh? 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 He can see now. Huh? Not visible to you? No? Okay. Now we can add more effects. What just depends on your requirement. How you go to this animation along with transform. I will add a scale. I am adding scale as 2. Okay. And you can see it is rotating. Right. It is zooming and rotating also. That means it depends on how you define the effect. Right. We can add multiple transitions and apply them. You can try this on mouse over also. Right. When mouse is over, same effect you can apply. Right. On mouse is over, you can increase the speed, decrease the speed. But just to show you down and up, I am using this. Mouse down and mouse up. How we can handle them. Right. So this is another example. And this example is for mouse up and down. Mouse up and down. I will just folder names I am not giving. Just mouse animation dot what CSS. You know where to keep them. This is animation dot CSS. Okay. And we have so mouse animation dot JSX. So I will copy this animation JSX. Actually, what we are doing is in this, we are creating one style object. This style object contains animation name, animation duration, and all. Remember, you can modify all of them. So generally, how to apply keyframes to any element in CSS, you learned all these. Animation name, animation duration, animation delay, animation iteration count. So animation property. There are so many. Now here I am actually using a ready-made animation effect called linear. If you don't use this, it will spin, stop. It will not be a linear motion actually, right? Fine. Now this is another example of mouse animation. Okay. Let's see one more example, mouse move, how we handle mouse move. So I need another image. Suppose I'm having another image here. Documents in my projects, I'm having public images. Okay, there is a flag image. I will copy this and let's put in our project. In public, I will put that flag. It's a GIF file. And see what we are doing here is, okay, let's add another component. We will add a component mouse move. Okay, we have a mouse move.jsx export function. So mouse move. Okay, let's put some effect here. Means just what we are doing is written, and I will keep here. Um, Here I will put a paragraph saying that move mouse pointer to test. Okay, and this I will keep inside a div. Below that div, I will keep an image. This image will have a src source. So source is flag.gif, and I will keep width as 50, height as 50. And this div will have style, height as some 1000 pixels, height, object, height as some 1000 pixel. Now this will have a font size 2 or 3. Fine. Mouse move we will keep in the startup. We will import which one? Mouse move. Okay. Actually, in the output, you can see this is mouse. What is the concept here is I have a div here and the div height is 1000 pixel. 1000 pixel means large height. Too much height is there. Under that, there is a flag. That means there is a flag, but I need to scroll every time so that I can see it. Am I right? At the bottom corner, there is a flag, left bottom corner. We can't see it until or unless we scroll. Every time when page opens, it will open top. We will not see it. Now, what is our concept here is on the screen, we will have a mouse pointer. So this is mouse pointer. So what we want to do here is, what is our requirement is get the position of this pointer, get the x-axis position of this pointer, y-axis position of this pointer, and what you do is below there is some photona image. So the position x-axis, y-axis position of pointer you apply to this one. That means this is an image. What you do, image position should be at the mouse position. That means image is somewhere bottom. Remove image from its place and keep it in that location. How to remove element from its place? To remove elements from its place, you need a position called fixed. You have two positions to remove element from its place. Position fixed, another one position absolute. Absolute will remove but will keep relative to content inside the page. But pointer is related to window, not content. Mouse pointer is not related to content, it is related to window. So window relative means position must be what? Fixed. Fixed position. After that, you need left position. Left position should come from mouse X position. So client X. Similarly, top position should come from mouse Y. That means currently where is your mouse? Get the position and use it for that image. Let's do. And remember, this must be keep on updating when user is moving. So what we will do now? So we will create here in the mouse move. Yeah. In the mouse move, we will create a constant. So constant. So we have style object. Set style object okay is equal to use state. It is an object, it have properties. What is it? Position is currently empty or always it is fixed. Okay, then we have top, that is a string, will be changing. Left is also a string, it will be changing. Okay, so position, top, left, these are CSS styles. Okay, now what to do? We have a function. We have function called handle mouse move. That means when mouse is moving, get the position of mouse using event argument. Na? Yes, through event argument, we have to set style object. So style object is an object. It contains position. Position is what? Fixed. And what is it? Top. Top must be what? Top must be what? So I will put a binding expression. What is it here? E. E dot what? Client. Y na. Top position is Y. But this will return only a number. So beside it you put px because style requires units. Okay. After that comma, another one. What is it? Left. What is the left position? So E dot what? Client X and px pixels. We have to put that here. Okay. Now this mouse move should work when they are moving mouse on the main div. Na? That means we have to use on mouse move, handle mouse move. That means when they are moving the mouse in the main div, it will get X and Y position. And this position should be applied to image. So image should use a style. And the style for image is coming from where? It is coming from style object. From style object, it is coming. Style obj. Na? From style object, it is coming. So what will happen now? You move the mouse, it is moving along with it. Right? That means image is moving along with the mouse pointer. So that is actually how we define mouse trail set. Generally, you see in your computer also, in mouse settings, they will give trails. This is not animation. This is not attractive concept. Why generally we put mouse trails like this? Because on high resolution screens, mouse pointer will not visible. They will disappear. That means currently we are not using very high. People who do animation graphics, those people's screens have very high resolution. Wide screens, high resolution screens. On that mouse pointer will not display. That means it will disappear because of that high resolution. That's the reason what they do, they put trails. When they put trails, they can see where mouse is moving. Otherwise, they can't see where mouse is moving. So these kind of effects trails are designed using such effects, such options. This is nothing but how we can move an element along with the mouse. I just applied for image. There can be anything, div, span, anything. You can put an icon. You can put a div, span, any text you can display, anything. I applied for image. You can apply for anything, right? So this is just an example to make you understand about one more concept. What is it? Mouse move. I will copy this example. This is another example. Mouse move. Generally, how we use the concept. Here, extra CSS is not there required. Directly mouse move dot JSX. In that, we are having this. I hope you are clear. So these are all under the category of which events? Mouse events. Now let's see next another important category in the synthetic events. We have keyboard events. We have keyboard events. We have keyboard events. Keyboard events, the popular keyboard events on key up, on key down, on key press. These are keyboard events. Actually, now recently key press is deprecated. Deprecated means it is no longer in use. Officially, it is removed, but still it works. Deprecated means they given a warning that in future we are going to remove that officially. So generally, when you know JavaScript, you have used these type of events regularly. But the concept is where which event should be used is important for developer. Generally in JavaScript, I will tell you here. Suppose what is difference between key up, key down and key press and when to use them actually. For example, we are typing some text John. Now the question is how many keys pressed here? Only three. Only three keys pressed. If this type of basics, if you don't know, you will write whatever you know and you expect one output, another will come. That means if you don't have a proper knowledge of why, which event, where it works, then you will go with mistakes. That means lot of misbehaving will happen. You will expect something, something else will happen. That's very general. So what is the point here is currently three keys are pressed. Fourth key N, cursor is still at N. If cursor is still at N, that means the fourth key is not pressed. It is still not pressed. It recognizes as pressed when you move outside. That means when I put a space, then how many keys pressed? Four. Four keys pressed. Generally, here, how many keys pressed? Three. But four keys up. Three keys pressed, but four keys up. Key up means immediately when you release, up will fire up. And when you move out, then press will happen. So this basic important difference, if you don't know and write some logic, it will fail. I will show you how it will fail. For example, see here. Generally, I am writing some HTML event for you to show you. So suppose we are having a text box. Input type is text and I will put ID as txt name. And here I will keep in a simple paragraph below. And I am writing an event on key press. On key press I am using. Now see here, I will write a script and a function. So verify name something, and this will fire up on key press. What is it? Verify name. Okay, I have a name where uname is equal to John. Okay, just simple normal. Normal I am giving where username document dot get element by id txt name dot value. We are collecting from text box, and I am using where p document dot query selector paragraph. And if username is matching with uname, if username is matching with uname, in paragraph I should display a message username taken, and try another. Am I right? Like this I need to show. Otherwise, in the paragraph inner HTML, I should say username as what? Available. I need to display this. And observe now in the paragraph we are showing, run this and see. What is the concept? Which username is already taken? John. I am clicking inside. I am typing here J. It says available. O available. H available. N available. But N is already taken. John is taken. Why N available? Because N is not done. N is not done because which event you are using? Key press event na you are using. That means you have to type and press space. If I type space, now it says username taken. That's not good. This is not good for this situation. For this situation, key press is not good. Why? Because key press verifies after you finish the key, but it should verify immediately. Then what is the correct event for this? Not key press. What is the correct event? Key up. Now see what happens. I am entering John J O H N. Immediately it will come. So these basic common differences, if anybody don't know, then everything will go wrong. That means it looks very simple, but big bugs will come because of this simple thing. Do you know in computer history till now, in the history of computing, what is the biggest issue computers faced? In the history of computing till date, what is the biggest issue computers face? What is the biggest bug in computer history? Don't know. So the biggest bug in computer history, the biggest bug in computer history is Y2K. That is the biggest bug. After that, in I think 5 6 years back, a bug came called before COVID. We faced a bug called ransom. Ransom is another bug. Because of that ransom, only so much data leakage happened. You know, Facebook people, Facebook people started an option called lock profile. All right. Earlier, they don't have that. Why they have started that? Because the problem is your data is leaked to others. It is easily hacked through a bug called ransom. And every operating system has updated that ransom. That means every operating system has updated that ransom. That means they updated the ransom. They updated the ransom. Due to that, little bit better security came now, right? Just point I'm telling you. Do you know this is the biggest problem we faced in computer history, and every computer need to modify its software because of which problem? Y2K. But problem is simple. It is related to date. Problem is simple. It is related to date. And what is related to date? This problem came in year 2000. Actually, we used to write date 12. So 12 and 31, that is month, day, and year is 99. Am I right? In computing system, generally after 99, year in the year 2000 it came, right? In after 99, next date will be 01 because they designed already that, and 01, and this becomes 100. That's wrong. Even today it is there. Only the point we don't use, we avoid it, right? Even today it is there. Only the point is we don't use. Why? Because this problem, what is 100? How computer knows that after 99, 2000 will come? Generally, common basic mathematics is increment a value by 111 and incrementation of value after 9900. According to Y2K, even today this is there. So, but we avoid using that because it will cause issues. That means you see now you learn date and time functions now. You see in the date and time functions, we have suppose where now is equal to new date. It is a current date now. After that, what we are doing is now dot to. So I am using through now I am accessing as a get year. If I write get year, it will get 126. Get year is 126. 126, that is according to Y2K. According to Y2K. And this you can't use now. But still this function is available. You may be thinking like if it is not there, it is already deleted. Means what? We don't use it, it causes problem. What is the new function they invented? Now dot what? Get full year. Then it will get the correct year. So remember one point, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, these three things. So what they have designed at the time of first version, that still continues even today. They are releasing so many new versions, but they will not remove any of their old feature. That means in the first version, what they designed, that option is still available. So only the point, don't use it. It will lead to problems. Because for the current generation of browsers, the old things are not suitable. Some old browsers may still use it, but it is not recommended. Always use the updated. JavaScript, when it is designed, at that time, they given this function called getYear. But after year 2000, it became a problem. So they introduced a new function called getFullYear. But they haven't removed the old function. If by mistake any experienced developer from 25, 30 years doing web designing, he writes getYear, he will get a problem. Because it still works. Right? So the point why I explained all this, because people with lot of overconfidence, they think that I know these events easily and he will write. He don't know the difference basics between when to use which event. Just like you people learn for loop, while loop, do while. Now, if a interviewer asks like exactly explain me what is the difference, where which one I have to use, many people cannot explain. That means when to use while loops, tell me the correct situation in real time environment. When to use do while, what is difference? What learner will tell the difference, do you know? In while loop, we will check condition first. In do while, we'll check condition last. Who asked you? Where condition is checked, who asked you? That is not a solution. Na? That's not the reason. That means a developer should able to tell exactly when to use this function. Otherwise, he is not developer. If you misuse this, initially no problem. In large scale, later they will create huge bugs. That's what difference between learning and real world development. Right? So a learner will not immediately fit into real time development if he don't know all these technical things. where which one to use, what is the common difference between them, right? So now the question in interview is when to use key up and when to use key press. Concept I understood. Key up means it will fire up immediately when you release the key. Key press means it will work after you finish the key. Finish the key means press the key, use a space, then it will fire up. Now, what is difference is key up, key down, they are good while dealing with characters. That means you are writing some logic related to what characters he is typing. He is typing A, B, C, X, Y, Z. You are verifying the characters, then key up, key down are good. But if you are verifying the code of characters, you know every character have ASCII codes. If you are dealing with code, key up, key down are not good. Because key up, key down cannot recognize the correct code of character. If you are dealing with the code of character, why you need code of character? Because we need to verify whether he pressed a caps lock or not. We have to verify whether he pressed a shift key or not, control key or not. If you are dealing with the code of characters, key up, key down fail. Why key up, key down fail? Because they cannot return the code of character because key is not finished. If you are dealing with code of character, then which event is better? Key press. Key press is better. Recently, I said that they removed this option. Then how? Recently, they marked on key press as deprecated. Deprecated means it is no longer in use. Then how do I write code for codes, character codes? For that, they use string functions. You learned string functions na char code at. It will return the code of the character. So you don't need a key event, you need a method. By using the method, you can get the code and you can use it. Earlier, we used to use what? Key event. But now key press is removed actually. So in our yeah, in our just roughly I will type in our React. If I write on key press, it is deprecated now. Key press is deprecated. You can see it is deprecated. It is not recommended anymore. But in JavaScript, still people use it. It works. In JavaScript also, in JavaScript latest version, which is ES16, they officially mentioned that don't use key press. JavaScript latest version is ES16, that is 2025 version. And in that, they officially mentioned that don't use key press anymore. But still it works because JavaScript will never remove an option. They will never remove an option. Any versions may come, but the old options are still available. I just showed you a 2000 option. Na? Right, in year 2000 that was duplicated, but still it is available. After 16 years, still it is there. That option is there, but it is not recommended to use. Right? This will be there, but don't use it. How to use, I will show you. Where to use and how to use, we will see with example. First point, I hope difference you understood. Huh? So when to use key up, key down, just a point I will give. Key up and key down are good for handling actions related to characters that user input. Key press is good for handling character code. So, however, it is deprecated and character code can be accessed using char code at function. By using that function, you can access. Now we need to try some examples. So that means how password is verified, how we type the usernames while typing, how to verify whether caps is entered or not. These all things we will see. That we'll see in next session. Tomorrow we will do that. Right. In tomorrow's session, we will learn other events. Right. And tomorrow, after tomorrow, from Monday, we will have holidays because institute will be closed for Pongal, and officially all the students are already out. They are not there, majority of students, huh? Right? So now we have holidays from Monday to Saturday. Next week we will not have any sessions. Entire next week will be off. Tomorrow we will have. Next week will be off. Our next session will be on next Monday, 17th. Our next session will be 19th. 19th. So holidays will be from Monday to 17th. Okay, na? Tomorrow we'll have session. Right? Yeah.